Hi guys, it's Melissa. Today's video is about fighting with your husband or your spouse or partner, and I'm wondering, maybe somebody can answer this question for me, why do we always have the same fights? And you know, we're going up on 11 years of marriage over here. Love my husband dearly. We have a pretty peaceful relationship. I think we're really proud of our kids and we're excited about the future together, and we generally really get along, but it's just so funny to me that we always have the same fights. And here are three of our main fights, and you guys tell me whether you have the same fights. The number one is the Friday night fight. A friend of mine once said, never talk about anything on a Friday night because everybody's tired, everybody's irritable, and no one's had a chance to rest up at all over the weekend. So whenever you get into anything on a Friday, it doesn't go well, and the best thing to do is just not talk about anything, serious, so that could cause a confrontation, but somehow we haven't seemed to learn that so well yet. The second major fight we have is about vacations and trips, and we have it over every vacation and trip, and it's the same scenario. I want to do the vacation. My husband doesn't want to do the vacation. We fight, and then we end up going on the vacation. I mean, pretty much. So I'm trying to think about what to do about this one. Well, I think compromising, obviously really hard thing to do, but really important. And then this friend of mine gave me a piece of advice. She's like, you know what? Change your dance. And I was like, what do you mean my dance? She's like, change your dance. Whatever it is that you keep doing, just sort of stop and think about it and change the way you do it. Change your tone of voice, change the way you talk about something, change the way you present something, and just sort of try to come at it with a different angle and see if that helps. And I think that's good. And the other thing I think is timing is everything. If you're talking about your family taking on an expense like a vacation, that's not a good thing to happen on a Friday night. And in fact, it has to happen when everybody's in a good mood, feeling good about things. Otherwise, it's just lost time and energy. Please weigh in if you guys have the vacation fight. And here's the third fight, and this one's gotten better. The nap fight. My husband works crazy long hours, and he's a little older than me, and he doesn't sleep a lot during the week. He sleeps like maybe 5 or 6 hours during the week. Come the weekend, he is so tired and doesn't have any opportunity to rest up or regenerate. So I actually just put him down for a nap with Marielle, and then I put Marielle down for a nap. And you know what? He needs that. And I was so upset and annoyed about it for so long because I'm like, he's napping. I'm tired. I don't get to nap. Not even when I had the babies did I really nap. So it would kind of annoy me. But then I read an article, and he has a history of heart disease in his family about how napping can avert, heart attacks. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to nag him about this because I would rather he's good and he's here and he's napping than the opposite, obviously. And if he needs it, I have to just accept that and move on. But anyway, I wonder if any of you guys have the napping fight or some version of that where your husband wants to do something on the weekends that you don't think is very helpful in terms of the overall family. And anyway, that's just a little bit today from our generally happy home, but like all couples, we have our moments. What fights do you guys always have with your husband? And do you always have the same fights too? How do you sort of work around this? Please weigh in. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching CloudMom.